Hey y'all, Saib here. I wanted to talk about hobbies. It is just kind of weird when you think about what a hobby is and how pretty much everyone on the planet has one. And when you think about it, it's pretty weird, right? So let's jump right in. So, a hobby, right, is something that we pour our interest in and we are usually pretty good at. So, maybe it's tennis, maybe it's gaming, whatever. But when you really think about it, it's kind of weird that we focus on becoming good at something, but it's not our job, right? Because usually a hobby is different from your job. And yes, there are some people that maybe their hobby is their job, but then that's not really a hobby, that's more of your job. I don't know. It's kind of weird when you think about it because all throughout history, they're even going back centuries, right? People would read, or people would maybe do dueling. Maybe they would be a blacksmith on their off time, whatever it may be. And it's kind of weird when you think about it because why does everyone have a hobby, right? It's not something that we do for a living most of the time. And yes, sometimes you can supplement your finances or whatever, but usually it's just something that we're interested in, right? Even if you have a hobby, you're not going to do a hobby that you find no interest in. If you're not really sporty, you're not going to suddenly go to the gym 6 hours a day, right? On your days off, if you have any. And, vice versa. If you go to the gym regularly, you're not just going to sit at home and just start playing games 8 hours a day or whatever, whatever the opposite of that may be. And so it's kind of weird that as humans, it's almost like escapism, right? Where we do something to just sort of get our minds off of sort of the world as a whole. And, for some, it's maybe more so now, it's more consuming social media or making social media or playing games or exercising, whatever it may be. There is a certain philosophical element of why does every person sort of seek a hobby or make their own hobby or find a community. And maybe that's part of it, right? Is that you want to feel a part of a community. So like if you don't enjoy your job or maybe your family or maybe you live alone, maybe it's some sort of way of dealing with that sort of and finding like-minded people. On the opposite end, you could just say that it isolates you, right? And maybe it's your alone time and it's how you relax. And I don't know, it's very interesting how, even if it's reading, there's so many different hobbies too. It's not just, oh, so you read like my neighbor or whatever. It's usually, they fall within an umbrella. There's those that stay in their own little, world or whatever. And then there's those that go out and interact with others. And it's quite weird that, I don't know, we spend so much time on our hobbies. If it's something like gaming, or if it's something like tennis, basketball, whatever it may be, we're not doing these things to become pros at it. And sure, obviously there are some people that is their end goal, but most of us, we just do it for fun or escapism, like I said, where it just sort of takes your mind off of things, and maybe it's just how you relax, or maybe it's just something that you want to do to work toward a goal, maybe increasing your finances, or just creating things like if you do crochet or something, maybe you just want to give those as gifts and like seeing people. And cooking too. Cooking is also something that you usually do for others, and yeah, you can do it for yourself, but usually it's meant to be shared among others. So I don't know, I was just thinking about it today, that it's kind of weird that as humans, no matter what sort of culture, we all have a hobby, and it was something that we kind of take for granted. When it's not weird when someone asks, oh, what's your hobby? They even ask it in if you go for a job interview, well, what do you do in your off time? It's something that probes into your sort of life, I guess, that where they want to see what you do, which is kind of weird in a way, right? It's kind of personal. But either way, I don't know. I do think that maybe the reason why humans have these hobbies is, like I said, to either isolate or relax, or maybe it's just to connect with others, since, usually you go through communities and maybe even go out with others, or maybe it's just something that, like, we as humans cannot have, like, idle minds, that we need to just do something. And that's another thing too, is that actually, now that I think about it, meditation is kind of a hobby, right? So those people don't even do anything really, they're just relaxing and getting their minds off of things. I don't know, it's kind of, I guess I'm landing more on escapism. It's more like that's your way of not, interacting with the world. Well, not interacting, but you know what I mean. You're not focusing on the sort of realities and overall grand picture. You're just sort of in your own little world. It's always changing with the times and culture, right? Before, there used to be a lot of duelists and blacksmiths and, whatever else, poets. You don't really see that anymore. So it's interesting how it changes, how hobbies change. It's not just something that, oh, I've been doing this hobby and my grandparents have been doing this hobby for generations. Some people do, maybe like polo, but you know what I mean. Like, your grandparents' hobby is probably different from your hobby. So, I don't know. Anyways, thanks y'all. See y'all.